Good morning. Welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Monday again. It is Monday, January the 13th, and we're here to look at the new releases that have been published this week in the different genres. We do this every day of the week, a different genre every day of the week. Today is Cozy Mysteries. Hope you had a good weekend. Quick announcements. I don't have any sprints tonight. They are on whose channel, Kim? You might know this answer. Good morning, Kim. But I do have sprints tomorrow night. I do them every Tuesday and Thursday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. They go for 2.5 hours both nights. And then again on Saturday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern, and that goes for 5 hours. So a total of 10 hours of doing self-care time, reading, creativity, resting. And Kim says she thinks it's on Stormy. Okay, so Storm reads. Good afternoon, Helen. How are you? How is it over there? So we're looking at Cozy Mysteries. These are in here first by release date throughout this week. Cozy Mysteries, there's Cozy Mysteries pretty much every day of the week being released. And then within that day, these are in here alphabetically by last name. So there is no rhyme or reason to other than those two criteria. First up, Fudgy Foul Play by Tammy Beck, 6th in the Mysteries a la mode. As Harmony Bay gears up for its 4th of July festivities, complete with a parade, fireworks display, and an all-American bake-off, Frances DeMaris is preparing her bakery to be part of the big day. However, the excitement takes a grim turn when one of the parade organizers, Mason Blake, is found dead at the fireworks depot the morning of July 4th. What first appears to be an accidental death due to a fireworks mishap is soon discovered to be a carefully orchestrated murder. Frances gets involved when she learns that Mason had been making some questionable decisions about parade funds and had recently argued with several townspeople, including her friend Ed McCoy. As Frances digs deeper, she finds herself navigating a maze of small-town secrets, personal vendettas, and financial motives, all while trying to keep her bakery running and contribute her famous apple pie to the Independence Day Bake-Off. Between the chaos of parade preparations and the town's patriotic spirit, Frances needs to uncover the truth before the fireworks light up the sky and the killer slips away in the holiday crowds. Welcome to Harmony Bay, where the fireworks aren't the only things causing a stir this Independence Day. Reflections of Murder. Schedule so Sarah's. Okay, so the bookish knitter tonight. Storm. Good morning, Storm. We were just discussing, we thought it was on your channel, but it looks like the sprints are tonight are on Sarah's channel. It's by Sophia Blake. It is part of the Heartbridge Mysteries, 2 books. After a great career as an urban high school teacher, Ms. Sarah Thompson is ready for the next chapter in her life. She imagines waking up after 6 a.m., doing whatever she wanted during the day, and finally learning how to bake. But where? Sarah decides that inheriting the house she grew up in, a post-war bungalow in Heartbridge, New Hampshire, on beautiful Lake Misqua, is a sign. Catching up with her best childhood friend, the hilarious and outspoken Karen Kennedy, promises to be a fun new beginning. Cut to a wonderful summer afternoon. Karen kidnaps Sarah, saying, "We're going to the Heartbridge Fair right now." There would be exhibits of all things country, including animals, arts and crafts, and baked goods, and a midway with rides, fair food, and games, and of course, lots of laughs. What could ruin a perfect day like this? Maybe finding a dead body, maybe feeling like the police might be trying to cover it up, maybe realizing that a cold case may be related. Ms. Thompson finds she will be doing more than perfecting a banana bread recipe. She needs to solve a murder or two. Portraits of the Past. 3rd in the Beatrice Holloway series by C.J. Arden. Millbrook, England, 1926. Amateur sleuth Beatrice Holloway has barely had time to tend to her spring garden when a new mystery blooms in her beloved village. When renowned artist Lucia Bluthorne arrives to paint a portrait of the late Lady Webb, what should be a moment of civic pride quickly spirals into danger. Break-ins, threatening letters, and a suspicious fire make it clear someone will stop at nothing to prevent this portrait from being completed. As Beatrice investigates alongside her rekindled love, Arthur Worthington, she uncovers a canvas of artistic rivalry and buried resentments. Everyone seems to have an opinion about Lucia's modern style and potentially a motive for sabotage. Meanwhile, the portrait's commissioner, Vivian Webb, guards secrets of her own in an unopened box from her mother's past. In a village where art and revenge blend like paint on a palette, can Beatrice expose the truth before the final stroke falls? Join her, blah, blah, blah. A Brew Most Foul by H.C. Cardona, first in the Walsher Mystery Series. If you want to get in on the beginning, that is a very yellow cover. When Peyton Hart returns to the quaint town of Walsher, she hopes to reconnect with her estranged mother and maybe even find her place in the world. Instead, she's thrust into a nightmare when Katerina, the enigmatic drinking game owner of the tea shop steeped in mystery, is found dead, poisoned by her own brew. To make matters worse, Peyton becomes the prime suspect in the investigation. With the sharp-eyed detective Levi Kessler questioning her every move and the town buzzing with gossip, Peyton finds herself caught in a web of secrets she never knew her mother was hiding. Determined to clear her name and uncover the truth, Peyton dives headfirst into Wilshire's quirky community where everyone seems to have something to hide. From cryptic notes in the tea shop to rivalries that run deeper than the finest Darjeeling, Peyton must navigate a blend of danger and charm to piece together the mystery. End of row 1. It's a pleasing, calming cover. And Stormy confirms it is Sarah's channel, so Bookish Knitter tonight. Never Bored Part 1, a daily mystery serial. It is 440 daily. My name is Philippa Hilda Schultz, but everyone calls me Pippi. It's pronounced Pee-Pee. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm not going to say it. I run a boarding house for people in the early winter of their lives. You know what I mean. People whose leaves are thinning and whose lawns are slightly frosty in the early mornings. I inherited the business from my Grams and had no experience running a boarding house. When I stepped in, there's no question I've had my hands full. Fractious boarders, broken appliances, leaky roofs, and a very distracting next-door neighbor who makes my engine rev. Oops, did I say that last thing out loud? I don't like this tone. The best thing I can do for myself is stay away from Jack Walters. He has a tendency to cloud my thoughts and turn me into a babbling idiot. Forget I mentioned him. I mean, the real problem is the dead body my plucky little blonde dachshund Iris found in the flower beds. No amount of training would have me prepared for that. Also, did I mention the sexy next-door neighbor used to be a cop before starting his own security company? Yeah, under the circumstances, staying away from him is going to be a challenge. In fact, it might be nigh on impossible. Oh, darn. This is a daily mystery serial. A monthly mystery serial. Weird. I mean, the cover is calm, but that voice was not. Whatever. Good morning, Mary. Happy Monday. Sorry to be late. Long night and wake most of it. Me too, but good morning. You're fine. Vicki Delaney has a new one. Incident of the Book in the Nighttime. This is 10th in the Sherlock Holmes Bookshop Mysteries. Gemma Doyle and her friends have packed their bags and headed to London for her sister Pippa's wedding. Waiting for her in the hotel lobby is none other than Gemma's ex-husband, Paul Erickson. Paul has a rare book he wants her to see, calling it The Real Deal, so Gemma agrees to meet him at their old shop, Trafalgar Fine Books, the following day. But when Gemma arrives, accompanied by Grant, a rare book dealer, they find Paul dead in his office. Paul had been down on his luck, but Gemma never expected this. Had he borrowed money from people he shouldn't have? And where is the valuable book he was so anxious for Gemma to see? It's nowhere to be found in the shop. Because of their previous relationship, Gemma feels she owes something to Paul and vows to find his killer. As Gemma and her best friend Jane Wilson follow Paul's trail of friends, enemies, clients, and ex-lovers through London to Yorkshire, she realizes the puzzle of Paul's last days is more twisted than she originally thought. This mystery is anything but elementary, and Gemma and Jane have to use all their wit to get to the bottom of it before their time in London or in life is over. Never nap in a casket. Good advice. J.W. Hodge is the author. Doesn't stop the dogs. Cary Grant Harrigan is a wanted man, wanted for questioning by the Portneuf Gap Police Department about the bizarre murder of his fiancée. Wanted by the FBI regarding a couple of paintings in his possession, which are either stolen originals or fabulous fakes. But Harrigan is MIA, and sister sleuth Sadie Harrigan wants to find him first before the get-rich-quick scheme he's involved in has him exchanging his surfer wetsuit for a prison jumpsuit. Cary and fiancé Phoebe Fisher arrive in Portneuf Gap, Idaho, hoping to sell his mortician grandmother on ordering caskets from their internet company. But before they can seal the deal, Phoebe's body is discovered behind the wheel of the rental car, marked, and enshrouded in gold paint. I don't know what that is. Sadie's frantic search for her brother is repeatedly impeded by her best friend's reluctance to help, by a determined Ghostbuster duo and one stalker fan who insists his favorite primetime cooking diva is holed up in one of Sadie's apartments. Eccentric mother Willie jets from L.A., adding more hindrance than assistance. Throw in dire threats from someone anonymous demanding Phoebe's missing laptop be returned, and Sadie's not sure she can save Cary or herself from this grave situation. The Courtyard Conundrum. 6 in the Wheel and Woe Bookshop Witch Mysteries by Kate Martin. Let's go to the Kindle version. There we go. Tabitha Green knows more about magical theory than any witch and most of the wizards of her world. She thrives at research and tweaking the writing of spells to best suit their casters. A lifetime of thinking, she possessed no magic forged such skills in her, and she excelled at her chosen craft. Then she learned that the magic she possessed wasn't too weak, it was too powerful, too uncontrollable, too forbidden. Basically, it was pure chaos. No, literally, it was pure chaos. But attempting to wield uncontrollable magic is nothing compared to dealing with her magical family, and her extended magical family keep coming out of the woodwork. And with them always come fresh murders. Whether she clears her family's name or proves their guilt, Tabitha Green won't stop until the crime is solved and justice is done. This is the 6th and final book in this series, it says. End of row 2. Waffles and Witches by Kat McGee, 10th in the Witches of Willow Hollow series. Harper Dade is no stranger to the odd and unexpected, but when a high-stakes auction for a magical waffle iron ends with the winning bidder found dead, drenched in syrup, she's tossed into a mystery messier than a stack overloaded with too many toppings. The Taste of Magic Bakery was supposed to host a simple charity event, but now it's the scene of a crime gooier than melted marshmallow topping. With Knox, her snarky black cat familiar, who's more interested in critiquing her cooking than catching culprits, Harper dives fork first into an investigation as intricate as the grooves on a freshly pressed waffle. The more she digs, the more she realizes that the enchanted waffle iron is linked to an ancient spell that could spell big trouble for Willow Hollow. As the town's quirky residents start acting more scrambled than eggs on the side, Harper begins to suspect the auction was just a cover for something far more sinister. Crank Cranston, the ever enigmatic. No, we won't count that one. Yes, we will. Drinking game. Wizard mechanic with impeccable timing offers his assistance, but his involvement often complicates matters in ways Harper didn't anticipate. With each clue she uncovers, the stakes get higher and the syrup runs deeper. Harper must race against the clock and the melting butter to solve the mystery before Willow Hollow's charitable leanings are smothered like a waffle under too much whipped cream. Navigating through enchanted appliances, secret spells, and magical mishaps, she aims to restore order before a charity breakfast gone awry becomes the least of her worries. And let's lay off the similes. Rare Bookshop Murder by R.M. Murphy, 5th in the Rolling Dough Pizza Truck Mysteries. Summer sizzles in the charming town of Willow Creek, Pennsylvania, as Bliss Cupcakery opens its doors on the main strip. But sweetness turns sour when a key figure in the community collapses in a quaint hole-in-the-wall bookshop. Denny Winwood, pizza truck owner turned amateur sleuth, rises to the occasion once again to uncover the truth behind the person's untimely death, and does it in 119 pages. With his spunky Yorkie Romeo by his side, Denny sifts through clues and suspicious alibis. From a shady antique dealer to the iron-fisted czar of a local book club, everyone's story seems half-baked. Can Denny separate fact from fiction, or will the final chapter in this case close before he serves up justice? Dig into the scrumptious food truck mystery where every clue offers a tempting twist. Every Which Way But Cursed, 17th in the Magical Misfits Mysteries by K.E. O'Connor. I need some magical appliances that work, or at least a gas line that does. I agree. I think our next appliance that definitely needs repairing, but maybe replacing, is the stove. Death by Magic Strikes Again. When tech mage Eric Farton is found brutally bespelled to death and his friend Charlie succumbs to a devastating magical coma, I'm thrust into my twistiest murder mystery yet. The investigation becomes a desperate race against time when evidence casts a dark shadow over Xandra's older sister Tempest as the prime suspect. Between wrangling fire-breathing kittens and Tempest alarming disappearances, my whiskers are twitching with worry. Oh, it's the cat? Add in a nervous mini hellhound and the arrival of Tempest's powerful relatives, and my world threatens to explode into magical mayhem. With dark forces at work and deadly magic spiraling out of control, I must trust my feline instincts to uncover the truth and save Tempest from a fate worse than death. Storm, please never have a prompt that has a talking animal. I won't do it. A Soul to Harvest by Jenna St. James, 12th in Kara Hilder Mysteries. With the annual Soul and Veil harvest underway, Kara is busy helping her friends set up their booths for the festival. But when a newly arrived citizen of Mystic Cove turns up dead, Kara must abandon her saleswoman role and step into her PADA detective role. With help from her partner Zane, the two set out to discover who would want to murder the elderly vampire who seems down on his luck. With more than one shocking twist of events, the detective duo uncover a web of long-ago secrets and grudges where all the suspects seem to have solid motives to want the vampire dead. Can Kara and Zane unveil the killer before another soul is reaped? And can you kill a vampire? I didn't think you could. End of row 3. Don't ask for details. Dog Bones and Dead Bodies by Paige Tyler. Life couldn't be better for Pupcakes Bakery owner Tassie Drake. Well, life could always be better, but things are pretty much doggone good. Her sister was handling the mind-numbing paperwork of the bakery, and the long Maine winter was over, which meant more bakery business and more walks in the park with her Charini Baxter when she wasn't baking delectable, cute doggy treats, that is. However, discovering a dead body on the way to the dog park was not on Tassie's to-do list. The fact he was the meanest get-off-my-lawn old man didn't make it better. The fact Tassie's best friend was being charged with the murder made it worse, and while the town's new detective, Jack Sterling, might be very incredibly drop-dead, oops, bad choice of words, handsome, he had the wrong suspect. It's up to Tassie and Baxter to find the real killer, and there is a town full of suspects before her friend takes the fall. But staying ahead of a cold-blooded murderer is no piece of cupcake. Shadows and Shamans by J.A. Whiting, 6th in a spellbound bookshop mysteries. It's the end of October in the seacoast town of Hamlet, Massachusetts, and Shelby Price is happy that the last mysterious case she worked on is over. She is decorating her bookshop for Halloween when she learns that a professor and historian has died from a fall down the stairs at the Harris Estate, an historical museum and event space on the outskirts of town. Almost a year ago, Shelby fell off a ladder and hit her head, and when she woke up, she could hear her cat Harper talking to her. Not only could she converse with the feline, but she started to develop some paranormal powers. Although shocked and frightened by what was happening, Shelby came to accept her new skills, as one does. Now Shelby and Harper have the feeling that the professor didn't die from falling down the staircase. They believe the woman was murdered, and the key to the death is hidden in the history of the estate. With the help of her friend Lucy, psychic shop owner Fiona, Elias the shaman, her boyfriend Travis the town detective, and her paranormal skills, can Shelby figure out the secret before someone else is killed? I imagine people in town introducing themselves as, "Hi, I'm PK, the office manager. I'm Steve, the garage door guy." Snarky. That's all we have time for today. Tomorrow we'll look at regular mysteries and thrillers. And we'll be sprinkling in the cozy mysteries as we can, should we have shortages during the week. But we seem to be back to normal publishing levels after the holidays. If we don't get to them throughout the week, we will finish off these cozy mysteries on Friday, which is Freeform Friday. So thank you guys very much. The sprints tonight are on Sarah's channel. And I have sprints starting tomorrow night, Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I hope you guys have a very good Monday. And Storm says, have a great day. Back at you, baby. Be safe, be warm, and as the banner is about to say, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom nom. Have a good day and God bless.